Hey, welcome to the new year of 305 Vox Populi. We have a treat for you. By the way, I just got a haircut from a Hialeah legend, a Northwest Day legend, Lazaro Gamon. How you doing, Laz?
Good, man. How you doing, man?
By the way, I know what you guys are thinking. Yes, bald guys get haircuts too. Laz did a great job with this, but we got something really special. Now with 305 Vox Populi, we are launching a new series titled The People Shop. Think about it. The best conversations happen where? At the barbershop. And what better place to do it than Lazarito's 2 right here in Northwest State in the City of Progress in Hialeah. Laz, thank you very much for agreeing to this. He's going to be the co-host of this segment. It's going to be really cool. What do you think, Laz?
Hey, amazing, man. You know, it's great feeling.
So one of the things that we wanted to do also was introduce you to our co-host for this new series. Talk to you a little bit about him as we roll into it. So we're going to be filming this once a month. Well, although we have our regular 305 Vox Populi series throughout the month, but once a month we'll be doing the People Shop. And Laz, why do you do what you do? And I think the folks at home want to know that. Why do you do what you do? Why do you go out there? Why do you pound the pavement? You wake up every morning, you grind, but why do you do what you do?
And it goes way back, the beginning of time, from the struggle. You know what I mean? Coming from a broken home, single mom, with 4 siblings, and seeing her had to leave early in the morning, come home late at night, and it's just all to provide for the family, you know what I mean? So just trying to what's that word I'm looking for?
Keep that forward movement going,
keep
right?
it going, you know what I mean? And I'm here today, married with 2 kids, 2 shops, and got to keep it going and show my kids that in life, is earned, not given.
No, Laz got that absolutely right. You gotta earn things, it's not given to you. And that's something that him and I share in common, right? And one of the things that's gonna be cool about these conversations is that we grew up in a very similar era here in the city of Hialeah, playing sports at our parks, where we had to understand that grit, that grind, and it's helping us today. We're part of that working class where we didn't wake up and we had that silver spoon, put in our mouths. No, we had to earn every inch in life. We had to earn that, and I think it goes back to that foundation that we had in the parks. And what's interesting is Laz and I, when we were kids, obviously played against each other. He was at Wild Park, I was at Slade or Sparks. But when we reconnected, when our kids were playing basketball together, it was an immediate reconnection because we kind of grew up in that same era. And folks who grew up in that era that we grew up with have that type of energy, that type of respect. So it was pure love right from the get, and I'm really happy to be co-hosting this with you.
Thank you, man. It's an honor to have you come. We'll do this here at the shop.
No, for sure, man. So it's gonna be cool. So Laz is working on a list of guests. I think one of the first ones will probably have like the Mayor Hialeah on. It's gonna be a cool setup. He's gonna be cutting up, for example, the mayor, a couple other guests, and we're gonna be having those cool barbershop conversations. But talk to him. What is that foundation that the parks that Hialeah gave you? Why is that so important?
Man, that's where my heart is at. That's where it was at. That's where it's still at. The parks and recreation, where it was. Thank God for that, because that saved not only my youth, but hundreds and maybe in the thousands, guaranteed.
Man, you got that right. 2 guys I really got to give some love to is Joe Dizik and Kirby.
Yeah.
Man, so I'll share 2 quick stories about them. Joe Dizik, when I was at Slade, he was at Bucky Dent, right when they opened up the gymnasium. And you already know, us youth in growing up, especially in that era, we didn't have social media. We didn't have any of that. We were on the streets having fun. And I remember Joe, he did something that he didn't have to do. That still to this day I appreciate. And I told him the other day, created a Christmas tournament. He's like, man, we're gonna open up the gymnasium during Christmas break and keep those kids instead of on the streets. We're gonna do it. He didn't have to do that. He didn't get paid extra to do that, but he did that because he loved it. Kirby too. I remember Kirby at night. When we were at Slade late at night, he was always there sitting with us on the bench, talking to us, mentoring us. And what's really cool is that those guys are now leading the entire Parks and Rec. Joe's the director and Curb's the assistant director. So that's really cool to see that happen, come full circle. So as a co-host, any questions you got for me that you want to start bouncing off that you think we're gonna be vibing to in this series?
A few questions. What's it like, man? What's it like being, the mayor of Miami Lakes?
Man, being real, I never thought I get to where I get, right? Politics is a very, especially in Dade County, it's a very parochial system where a lot of people are born into it, right? They can say, oh, so-and-so used to be in it, or this person helped me. I didn't have that. Like, same way, like I didn't have somebody that told me like, man, I want you to be a city councilor. I want you to be the man. I had to say, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take him on and I'm gonna do it. And I think that route has made me appreciate what I have today more than ever, right? That I had to earn it. And I think that's one of the real nexuses of this podcast, is that we had to earn everything we were given. And that's one of the reasons that I wake up every day incredibly excited is because I had to earn every single inch, and I was never given anything in the political world. So that is an honor to be there, but I also it's very fulfilling because I had to earn it. Nobody picked me to be there. It was the opposite. I had to take on the establishment. But yeah, no, I appreciate that question.
That's cool. There's some, you know what I mean. Growing up in Hialeah, both of us together, it's an admiration. It's a humble feeling. It's an honor to have you. You know, to want to know you for such a long time and to be able to share, you know what I mean, a friendship with somebody who's, you know. Man, to this day, I haven't met somebody who could say anything negative on your name, and that's hard to find.
No, and it goes vice versa. One of the things a lot of people don't know is that in the area that we grew up, it was a little rough, right? And there were some gangs that existed in some of the parks that we played in. There were some different things, so you could have got stuck, and we could have got stuck in those ruts. But one thing I'm really proud of, especially Lazarito, not only did he now have 2 barbershops, creating job opportunities, help, but he has a social conscience where he said, hey, I don't need to about making money, but it's about helping the community. So talk to us about that aspect that's going to be so important in what we do in these conversations in the people shop.
Yeah. It's like the old phrase says, you know, it's not what you make, it's what you give. You know what I mean? It's better to give than receive. That's the way I was, you know, taught, brought and raised, and why not? You know what I mean? It don't cost much to help somebody out. You know what I mean? And just it has to come. I understand. You know, a lot of people ask me, hey Laz, so what's it like to give back? Do you get gains from it? You know what I mean? And I'm like, I really don't know what. Like I tell them, like, no, what are you talking about? It's weird that you would ask me that, but. Or, oh, Laz, have you gotten more customers ever since? You know, you do that just so you can get more customers, and it's not. And what I've noticed throughout the years and giving back, if it's not in your heart, if it's not something that comes natural, a lot of people don't understand. You know what I mean? So people think that, oh, I'm gonna give back and they're gonna get something in return. That's not giving back. You know, when you give back, you're supposed to do it out of the kindness of your heart without expecting anything in return. You know what I mean? And tell you, it's something that.
Oh, they're blessings, man. Everything happens. Like, yeah, I think you touched upon it earlier, the universe, right? The God, you know, and how when you do good, kind of good comes back. But it's the same way. When I see people do bad in society, sometimes I'm like, man, folks don't get it. All that bad stuff's gonna come back to you at some point, right? You don't wish ill on people, but you also understand that the universe works that way. That God kind of like works. The more good that you do, the better that happens. But I'm really looking forward to this. This is going to be an amazing series as part of the 305 Vox Populi entire episode.